guys, and welcome back to another video on the MONOPOSTO 2026 ERAS update beta here. This is going to be an interesting challenge video for you guys using all the different eras of cars, because today we are going to be driving around the Zandvoort circuit. Yes, the race that is actually this weekend in Formula 1. Let me know who you think is going to win that one in real life. But we're going to be driving around the Netherlands and working our way through the field, but every lap the car that we use will get older, so we're going to be going back in terms of the eras of the cars. So it's going to be a challenge to make our way from the back and try and get up to the front after every lap, because where we finish the first lap is going to be where we started in the next era. So it's going to be a hard one, so we cannot afford to make any mistakes in this one. As we load into the game, the first car we're going to be using is the Aston Martin of 2026. Of course, not the best car to be using, but we'll be starting down in, I think, P19, I'm pretty sure, or 18th. Can't remember which one it is, but we are now going to 5 red lights for the first lap here in the Netherlands, and we're away here for the Netherlands Dutch Grand Prix. At the moment, we're getting a good start, getting past Ocon Hulkenberg as well, side by side with the Audi as we go into turn 1. Can we get the move? We do, but we get tagged by the Audi, and it's black damage to the car. That is not going to help us during this first lap. We are now right behind the Williams and the Haas of Behrman and Albon as we get a good reaction off of the yellow flags, get down the inside of Albon, trying not to make contact. And now can we go through turn 2? Oh, very close to Colapinto there. Now we deploy the battery onto the straight, great, up into 14th at the moment. It's looking decent so far, a few positions gained despite that damage to all of our car at the moment. But now we're approaching Hajar, and I think that is Bortoletto as well. Can we get a move on not 1 but 2 as we go to the inside of both of them there, locking up this Aston Martin? Not very fun to drive, but it's 3 wide up ahead between Lindblad and I think Lawson and a Williams there of Sainz, as we're now making our way past 1, 2 and 3. It's 3 wide into this corner. We've got to make sure we don't make any contact, and we get it around the outside. Yes, we do, and we're up now into 9th place here, P9 in 1 lap. This is a generational start, as Fernando Alonso probably rolling back the years for the Spaniard there back in when he was a rookie. Of course he still is, but we're going to finish this race with the first lap in 9th position, and that is where we'll start for the next era of cars in 2025. So now we've got Lando Norris's championship winning McLaren here around Zandvoort. Of course, last year he had a torrid time out with that engine failure. Can we get some redemption here today as we go to lights out and we cross the line to start our second lap here, trying to go to the outside of this Aston Martin? We get forced into the gravel a bit, and now we get washed out the dirty air, and we get overtaken by 3 cars. Down to P10 we go, trying to make our way back through a bit onto the gravel wide there through turn 3, and now we make contact with Mercedes and we're into the wall, and that has given us damage again for the second lap in a row. We continue here, and it's going to be 13th position. We're now having to try and force our way through down the inside of the house, making our way through this next part of the lap. Almost big contact. Oh, off the track. Almost for us there. We go around the outside of the Red Bull, forcing another Red Bull off the track. Big contact as we tag the back of the Alpine. Argy-bargy stuff between the two of us, but we are back up now into P9. Can we get the move on a few cars further up? We go to the inside of Mercedes there. Of course, that 2025 Mercedes not as good as it is right now. Can we now overtake the next car up ahead? It's not going to be looking too likely, as right now we've only got 1 position totally in this race. We started P9, we're going to have to hold off for P10, but we ultimately finish just 1 place up from where we started, and we'll be starting the next one up in 8th place for the next generation of cars. We've now got Lewis Hamilton's very interesting Mercedes. Of course, he's never the best time in the ground effects era, but nonetheless we are driving as the 7-time world champion as we go to lights out, and we're 3 wide as we go into turn 1. We get forced off of the move in there. Go, whoa, we have just been, what is he doing there? I guess the line is not optimal, but we now continue. Green flags wave, we try and go around the outside and we get the move done. 2 cars there, and it's a brilliant move from us, I think. Yes, we've managed to secure it, and now we're up to P6 so far, and we've only got not many eras left, but this is a good start to our progress here after not so good time in the 2025 cars. But can we catch 5th place up ahead? It's going to be a hard one to do as we go very weird line into there, almost locking up, going straight on, but it looks like 6th place might be the one for us today. Of course, that's not too bad, having started over in P8 and especially after 2025, but next up it might be harder to make overtakes as well, since the drivers at the front will be quicker off the line, seeing as we're starting higher. But as we now move around the final banked corner here, a wonderful corner, probably one of my favourite corners on this track and in Formula 1 because it's just so fast flowing. We finished this one in 6th position and we'll be starting there for the next generation. So here we have got the 2021 Ferrari of Charles Leclerc around Zandvoort. Can we win this Grand Prix in only 4 errors? It's looking like it might be likely. We've got Mercedes. Oh, we've hit it into the wall. That's not the start we wanted. So we're going to restart here as we go. Now down to turn 1. We've got the Red Bull side by side with us. And there is Carlos Sainz just ahead of us in the other Ferrari. There's a car back because I think there was a Haas over there. But now it's yellow flags waved. And we're behind our fellow Ferrari teammate as we now move through sector 1 under yellow flags. It's not going to help us in terms of the progress we want to make to get up the higher positions, and it's a terrible restart off to the green flags. But now we move through the very fast section here, flat out through this entire part, a bit of a lifting up into this section, but now we go into the braking zone. The Ferrari is starting to pull away. We need to just keep our toes in line and make sure we can go for a lunge to the inside of our teammate there, and we get up into 5th place. Next up it's going to be the Mercedes, and we're gonna try and take it around the outside, and we get it done. There's a penalty for some reason, but we won't count that. We're now up into 4th place. Can we get a move on one more car before the end of this one? Right behind 3rd position here as we move into the penultimate corner. Can we go to the inside? It's awfully close, but not enough. Now through the final corner, can we get the run on the 3rd place car? But we have to lift off a bit, and we're going to finish up in 4th place. It's good progress, and we start the next era up in the top 5, and it's going to be P4, the 2nd row. So this is our big hopes for the next era. We are now jumping all the way back to 2012 in Sebastian Vettel's championship winning car. He has got this Red Bull from 2012. He's of course a very prestigious driver, 4 championships to his name. As we now move into turn 1, 3 cars to beat up ahead of us. We go down the inside of 1, and now we've got the Ferrari and the Red Bull up ahead. Can we look for an overtake? Can we go to the inside maybe, looking for a switchback? The Ferrari and the Red Bull battling. We make it 3 wide for a second, and the 2 Red Bulls, us and the other one, side by side for a brief moment. Now through this fast flowing section, can we go to the outside of the Ferrari? We have to back off a bit. I'm a bit precautious there. We don't want to take any damage or pick up any problems throughout this lap. 3rd place is good enough at the moment. As we now get done on the inside, we're going to try and send it back down the inside, and now get 2 cars maybe. The Ferrari up ahead. We're now going to take it around the outside again. He tries to wash it out. We go for the switch back, and we get it done on the inside. We're up to 2nd place, and now it's only our Red Bull teammate who's up ahead now. Can we make the move on him? He's at, I think, just over 2 seconds back. It's not looking likely as we make our way through the last couple of corners, but that was a beautiful overtake on the Ferrari up ahead. So we're going to round the final corner in the 2012 era of Formula 1 cars, and we're going to finish this one starting from P4 up to 2nd place here. So that is very good. We've got 2 eras left, and we only have to make up 1 position, so this is good stuff. We are now back in 2007 here, taking Alonso's Renault round the Netherlands. Of course, they never raced here, I'm pretty sure, but we now go to lights out. We're going to try and get to the inside in P1, and we go to the inside. We get the move done. It was always going to happen there, a bit wide through the first corner, but we solidified first position there, and now it's just about holding on for the rest of this lap. Of course, these cars quite understeery, and I'm not suited, I should say, to my driving style. I prefer an oversteery car, but we now move into sector 2. Of course, it's just about bridging the gap now. A bit of a snap there, and we go off the track, and we're down to now 4th place here. This is not good. Further back from where we started, we're gonna have to make more positions up as we get down the inside. A lock up there, almost letting that Ferrari take the switch back on us, but now we're up back to 3rd. Can we maybe catch up and get up to 2nd here? This was not the start we wanted. We were in 1st at the first corner, and go another snap there, and we've broken our front wing. This is not good. We're still up in 3rd. That's not good for us. And now P2 and P1 are definitely gonna finish this one in their respective positions. P3 after this lap, we've only got 1 more era left and 2 overtakes to make. This is going to be a hard one. Now in the 2000 cars, it's going to be a tough one here. Starting P3, you can see the Ferrari to our right as we now go to lights out, and we're off here. Can we get a move on the 2 cars up ahead? 1 more lap to do it. We were in P1 just a lap ago, and that's probably proof that we can, as we go 3 wide through the first corner. Contact between us and the person who started up in 1st. The Ferrari overtakes 1st, and there's a bit of a snap there as we make our way through the first couple of corners, and the whole contact between us and the Ferrari as we move into sector 2, just about there through this fast flowing section. We go and onto the grass, and almost wide. That is going to give the Ferrari an ample advantage, and now it's just about trying to bridge the gap, trying to close in on the Scuderia up ahead. Can we make the move into the later sectors? No DRS, no battery in these older cars, just pure slipstream and driving skill, and it's not looking like we've got it in us to get the move for P1. We're closing through the chicane. Can we get the move through into the final quarter maybe? But we're a bit too far back, unfortunately, despite being up in 1st just a lap ago. Now it's gonna have to be a P2 finish. We go onto the grass again. Is settling for P2, and unfortunately we do not complete the challenge today as well. We take our anger there on the car in 3rd place. So that was it. That was us trying to go from the back of the grid to the front as the era of cars got older and older lap after lap. I hope you enjoyed this video. It's a bit of an interesting one, a bit of a different one to which other ones I do. I usually give information. This one is a bit of a challenge video, so I hope you enjoyed this one, and I'll see you in the next one. Of course, leave down in the comments if you want any suggestions of to what challenge I should do next. But I enjoyed this one. I hope you did too, so thank you for watching.